If you are thinking of building a new home, then you need to be aware of some big changes to the National Construction Code that will affect every single home being built in Adelaide. While the majority of changes came into effect on the 1st of May 2023, there are still more to come later in the year, which continue to push up the cost of construction for a new home. However, some may view the changes to the National Construction Code as an additional expense. They also present an opportunity to add more value to a property when approached correctly. Hi, I'm Ryan Stannard from Stannard Family Homes. We custom design and build unique homes for families in Adelaide. In this video, I wanted to take a few minutes to give you, as a consumer, an overview of what the National Construction Code is and why it is changing and how it will affect everyone looking to build a new home. The National Construction Code in Australia is a set of minimum requirements for the design and construction and performance of buildings and structures in this country. The code is produced and maintained by the Australian Building Codes Board and is used by all states and territories of Australia. The NCC comprises 3 volumes. Volume 1 covers the technical requirements for a building, design and construction. Volume 2 covers the technical requirements for plumbing and drainage, and Volume 3 covers the technical requirements for electrical safety. The NCC is updated every 3 years in order to reflect changes in building practices, materials and technology, as well as to ensure compliance with the national and international standards. The code aims to ensure that buildings in Australia are safe, healthy, sustainable and accessible, and that they meet the needs of their occupants and the wider community. The updates to the code are driven by a number of factors, including changes in technology, building practices, new research and data, changes to legislations or regulations, and feedback from industry stakeholders. The reason for making changes is to improve safety, reduce environmental impact, and increase efficiency within the industry. As with every industry, new research and data is always becoming available with regard to the building materials and construction techniques and the environmental impact. Therefore, as new research emerges and the code is updated to ensure it remains up to date and effective. Also, changes in legislation and regulations require the NCC to be regularly updated in order to ensure compliance with those changes that are impacting the building practices or safety standards. Additionally, the Australian Building Codes Board consults extensively with industry stakeholders, including builders, architects, engineers, regulators, and the public to gather feedback on the code and identify areas for improvement. Overall, the aim of updating the NCC is to ensure that buildings in Australia are safe, healthy, sustainable and accessible, and that they meet the needs of their occupants and the wider community. As a consumer looking to build a new home, there are a number of ways in which you will be affected by these changes. Your new home will be safer, enjoy improved sustainability, better quality, and of course the bit you don't want to hear, the cost to construct will be higher. However, let me explain why this is actually a good thing. The NCC changes typically improve the safety of buildings by requiring a higher standards of fire safety, structural integrity and accessibility. These changes are intended to result in a reduced risk of accidents, injuries and property damage. The amendments also require builders to use more sustainable building materials and techniques, which will result in reducing the environmental impact of your building. These generally include measures such as better insulation, more efficient heating and cooling systems, and the use of renewable energy sources. They also require builders to use higher quality materials and construction techniques, which result in a higher quality building overall. What this means for you is improved durability, reduced maintenance costs, and increased property values. However, as you know, there is no such thing as a free lunch. So higher property values do come at a cost. This is because changes required by the code result in higher construction costs for builders. These increased costs have to be passed on to consumers in the form of higher contract prices, otherwise our businesses would not last very long. Overall, the changes to the NCC are intended to improve the quality and sustainability of buildings, which will benefit you as a client in a number of ways. So while any increase in the cost to build a home is an expense you could probably do without, the thing to remember is that these changes affect everyone. And just like when you upgrade your car, you'll end up with a newer, safer, more sophisticated end result than was previously possible. So if you're thinking of building a new home, I've put together a quick guide for you to download. The 7 things you must know before designing and building a new home. It's completely free and will help you to avoid any nasty surprises that can sneak up on you when building a custom home. Just click on the link below and let me know the email address you'd like me to send it to.